going on, beautiful people? Welcome to Discipline and Desire. This is episode 9. I titled this, What Type of Storyteller Are You? I am your host, Sturdivant, or Laurion-Asahn, and today I want to talk about something that's been pulling at me deeply since this past evening, storytelling. More specifically, what type of storyteller are you? I just finished supporting the legendary actor and comedian Bill Bellamy, and watching him perform reminded me why I fell in love with the art of storytelling in the first place. From his timing, his rhythm, his truth, the way he invites you in, makes you laugh, and still somehow gets you to feel something real by the end of the story. And I have a funny story. The first time I met Bill, he's a friend of my head. It was a concert. I still was in high school. Smoking Grooves concert was the name of it, at this indoor arena in Connecticut, in Hartford. It's changed names so many times. And we had under the pavilion seats. I know Busta Rhymes was headlining with Cypress Hill, Nas, and we're walking towards our seats, me and my high school friends. And we're walking, and all of a sudden I see this man surrounded by all these white girls, beautiful white girls, and a camera. And I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I think he is. I don't know why I was just in my godliness, my ego. And as we get closer, I see on the camera it says MTV. And then as we get closer, I see it's Bill. And I was like, oh shit. And my boy was like, yo, that's Bill Bellamy, that's MTV. I was like, what? So we all got hyped because they were right next to our seats. And as soon as Bill saw us, Bill was just so inviting. He's like, hey, he's like, we're filming for the Smoking Grooves concert. We're doing a couple of takes. Y'all want to get in? We're like, yeah. And we was up in there. And that was for like my first taste of this industry that I've enjoyed being a part of, this entertainment industry. And ever since then, my brother Donyan, tonight we went out with Carlos, was good. A few times we've gone out, but Donyan and I, we see Bill every time he comes to Connecticut. Just on some support stuff. Again, he's a friend in our heads. And it was just so dope to see him perform and new content. His latest, forgot it was on. Hold on, let me get something to drink in my throat. It's ginger tea with lime. But yeah, his stand-up, I think it's on Prime. It's amazing. And then tonight, all new material. So, Bill, you the GOAT. And I don't mean that in comparison to anybody. Just your career is longevity, and much success to you. But anyway, seeing him tonight, thinking about storytelling, it got me thinking how every one of us is a storyteller. Every choice we make, every moment we relive, every time we edit, rewrite, hide, or share a truth, we're crafting a story, our story. And when you think about it, your life is a script, right? Like, you're the main character, the writer, the director, and sometimes even the critic in the back row. Like, we're all out here living, writing, rewriting, tweaking, erasing, recasting, and sometimes just sitting in silence until the next line comes to us. And what's wild, we get to play every role at once. You might be the hero in your own story, the villain in someone else's. Been there. The background extra in The Strangers, or the supporting character in a person's moment of transformation. That's what makes this human experience so rich. Every day we're swapping scenes between healing and hustle, chaos and clarity, solitude and spotlight. So when I ask, what type of storyteller are you? I'm really asking, how conscious are you of the story you're telling right now? Is it intentional? Is it aligned? Or are you still rehearsing old lines that no longer fit who you are? I want to share some lessons I've experienced being on set. For those that don't know, I'm an accredited actor. Actually, in a new film, stay tuned. And I've spent a lot of time on set, both in front of and behind the camera. And let me tell you, every set is its own living story. On the ride home tonight from the Bill Bellamy show, I shared a story of when I was on Luke Cage's set, season 2. I won't rehash it, but man, the times had on set, it's something else. I've seen scenes that start in laughter, end in tears. Moments that weren't scripted become the most memorable lines in the entire film. I had that experience on the film Galaxy 360. What's good, Anna? Anna Fishbein, woman director, dope. When you're on set, you learn that life is improv disguised as direction. You have a plan, sure, but you also have to be present. Because the best takes are never the ones you planned. They're the ones you feel. And that's true in life too. The moments that change us, they're rarely scripted. I remember one scene where I was supposed to deliver this big, confident line. But the emotion of the moment hit me differently that day. And I remember I was doing a workshop with a casting director. And he gave me the suggestion, and I was kind of mad because I'm like, yo, that's exactly what I landed on. And I was like unsure, so I did it the first way that I rehearsed. And then he's like, you know, with your presence, can you read that slower, but in such a way that you're in such control that it creates an uneasy feeling for the listener. Like the note that he gave me, I was like, in my head, I'm like, that's exactly what I was thinking. So I slowed down. I whispered it. And that whisper carried more power than the shout and all that other energy I was trying to bring ever could. The casting director was like, yo, that right there. And I felt it. And that's the beauty of presence. When you're tuned in, like when you let your body and soul lead the story, you don't perform life, you become it. Let that land. Now, for myself, acting it almost became and is in some ways, in many ways, a spiritual practice for me. Like acting has always been one of the most healing and creative outlets for me. It's how I release, it's how I play, it's also how I understand. Acting forces you to feel, to voluntarily step into another human's skin and ask yourself, why do they move like that? Why do they hurt like that? Why do they love like that? When you can feel someone else that deeply, even just for a scene, your empathy expands. That's why I always say, acting isn't about pretending. It's about permission. Permission to express parts of yourself you've buried, and to explore parts of humanity you've never met before. And that's something I want everyone to experience, not just actors. Like, try it. Next time you're alone, play a character for 5 minutes. Step into the mindset of someone who's fearless, or someone who's forgiven. Speak their truth out loud. Move how they'd move. By the way, I love my living conditions. You may hear a baby crying, you may hear music tapping, you may hear water flowing from clothes being washed or dishes. But yeah, while you're acting, while you're becoming, you'll notice something shifts inside of you. Your range expands. Your empathy grows. Your heart starts seeing from new angles. Because acting, when done consciously, is an empathy practice. It's a bridge between you and the rest of humanity. Storytelling is also self-awareness. When you start to see life through this lens, every day becomes a scene worth noticing. You stop rushing your dialogue. You start paying attention to the background music. You learn the art of pause, of pacing, of tone, your cadence. And that's what presence really is. Being aware of the story you are in, while also knowing you can rewrite it at any time. Maybe today you're the one learning. Tomorrow you'll be the one teaching. But either way, you are contributing to the greater narrative of human experience. And what a wonderful opportunity we all have in that space or in those spaces. So I ask again, what type of storyteller are you? Are you the kind who hides behind your script? or the one who lives it out loud? Do you rewrite to run or rewrite to rise? Because every day you have the chance to choose how your story continues. And the most powerful stories aren't the ones that sound perfect. They are the ones that sound true to you. This is discipline and desire, where we learn to feel more deeply, live more truthfully, and lead more powerfully. Until the next time, beautiful people, keep writing your story, and don't forget to play your part.